Hello, and in this part of the video we gonna study about cross-site request forgery. And it sounds like CSS, but it is not CSS. And let me give a brief overview. So CSRF, cross-site scripting forgery, is based on this blueprint. I'm gonna give a brief overview. Let's say an attacker forges a request for a fund transfer to a website. All right, so he embedded the request into a hyperlink and send it to the visitor who may have logged into the site, so that the if the visitor will click on it, it will be recognized by the website that the visitor is asking for a fund transfer on the name of his account, and it can be transferred to the attacker's account or to any other um, any other source. So send it to a visitor who may have logged into the site. A visitor click on the link, inadvertently sending the request to the website. So when the visitor click on the link, it sends a request on his name to the website. So website validates the request as the owner himself validated requested to the website to transfer the funds from the visitor's account to the attackers. So this is the whole overview or the basic of CSRF. Let's see with a live example. So when creating a website, we tend to code the client side and the server side together. We build the page and form a user, usually interact with one client side and then server side URL that respond when the user perform an action. Is just the basic stuff. And however, requests can be triggered in server side code and anywhere, not just the client side code we write. This is one of the most powerful aspect of the internet is designed. It's allow linking between sites, but it also cause common security flaws. So cross-site scripting, and it is very much different as you can see now. And cross-site request forgery, basically it's the most important vulnerability site should check first, as because you can see how much damage it can provide to a user. So CSRF attack occurs when a user tricked into an interacting with a page or a script to the third party that generate malicious requests to your site. So let's see if an attacker embedded the link in the main Twitter or a fake website like Tripo or something. So he embedded the link here, but the user will just gonna see it's a Twitter link, so he's gonna open. So he got a mail and he opened it. When he clicks on the links, it automatically goes automatically by the permission of the user, as the user himself requested to post or to give a command on his name. So whenever he gonna click on it, automatic scripted run on backend, and the website will register it on the name of the client, or you can say victim. So whenever the site gets a lot of same comma or the same post, as because you have now a worm on your website, as each user who clicks the link will open a new set of potential victim. Bad news, it can easily be transferred to other by means and it's a very very bad news. So that's the basic understanding of cross-site scripting forgery, and here's the protection you could take by a CSRF attack. So you can go with REST, is a series of design principle or algorithm that assign certain type of action to different HTTP verbs and anti-forgery tokens like CSRF tokens. I'm gonna talk about that in another video. And ensure cookie are sent with the same site cookie attributes. So it is the part of CSRF token, and we will see about the CSRF token in some other video, but now it's the just the basic. And you can see the code sample. All the links are in the description below. Hope you guys like it, and moving on to the next video. Is it